A backer suggested that I talk about Easter eggs and my personal feelings on them, and whether they're appropriate, whether they make me happy or cringe. And I think um, it's tough to say. I think it really depends on the game. If you look at retrograde and if you play challenge mode, which is my favorite part of the game, you can unlock some awesome things. Like we have a dinosaur from Go Home Dinosaur that looks amazing and wiggles his little legs in a spaceship made out of a log. And there's Meat Boy and a Minecraft character that played, guitar with his pickaxe. And what else? With Octodad. Oh gosh. I mean, we have these amazing, indie cameos, and of course we got permission for all the characters. We talked to Mojang and Young Horses and Edmund McMillan. Because we did Meat Boy. Did I say that? Meat Boy was awesome too. So basically, that was something cool, and it was a nice little nod. And I don't think anyone could object to that. But for Neverending Nightmares, we definitely wanted to tread lightly in terms of that. And, if you recall playing our Kickstarter demo, we had Slenderman in the background as in some of the paintings with the little girl. And Thomas Grip, the creative director at Frictional Games, said this is a really bad idea, and the reason this is a bad idea is because it destroys immersion. It reminds people of Slender Man, which is something that exists outside the lore of your game. And I think this is really true, and something we tried very carefully to avoid from then on. We removed Slender Man from the game, and we worked really hard to make the backer portraits feel like part of the world, and we may have failed in that respect. Some people felt like maybe they shouldn't have been closer looks, and then so I don't know. I mean, maybe I would want to change them so they're not closer looks. Or at least make them like secret closer looks so they don't have the colored frames or something. And I think that's again with Kickstarter that can be a challenge. And I think some people mentioned in Republic they felt like seeing a picture of one of the Penny Arcade guys, or I think it was a picture of his cartoon drawing of his character in Penny Arcade that appeared in the game, and people felt like that really just took away from the careful and clever world building that the team at Camouflage did. So I mean, I think it's a challenge to fit Easter eggs in games where it's really about world building, where you're really trying to create something immersive. You want someone to get lost in it, and then an Easter egg, reminds you, hey, maybe this world, isn't real after all. And I think a good example is Disneyland, and I think Philip K. Dick has talked about Disneyland in terms of, I think he gave a talk about how to build a world that doesn't fall apart, and I think he maybe talked about Disneyland. But, I was talking to a friend of mine, I think he was an Imagineer, and he was saying, basically he can't tell anyone, that he works at Disneyland when he's at the park, unless he's in an outfit, because basically, they want it to feel cohesive. They want, everyone to have their uniform and feel like they fit in to Disneyland, and then there's all the Disneyland mysteries and hidden clubs and I don't know. I'm not like one of those super Disneyland people, but there's plenty, and I think, you know, the reason why there are people who are, you know, so crazy for Disneyland is because they are creating a world that you can get lost in, and I think they recognize that and are very careful about that. And I think that's important, and so I think, you know, if you're trying to build something like that, you don't want things that can take you out of that world. I mean, I suppose for you know, game Easter eggs, you could hide it really well, and you know, you could have it snow on Christmas or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess that wouldn't really necessarily take it you out of the world, but I mean, at least in my mind, for my game, right, having it snow on Christmas would remind you that in real life it's Christmas Day when you're supposed to be in this crazy nightmare world. So I mean, but you know, for other games, I think Easter eggs are great, and for something like Retrograde, we tried to cram it full of secrets and interesting things. I guess that's my answer. It really depends on the game, but for the type of game that we're making, I don't think it's the best choice. So anyway, thanks for watching.